alone! But we've just started.
The Strangers, Pray at Night was released in 2018 and it stars Bailey Madison, Louis Pullman, Christina Hendricks, and Martin Henderson. And they star as a family that arrive to an abandoned trailer home who are being chased down by a group of idiots. And it brings you the director who brought you 47 Meters Down and Resident Evil Raccoon City, so that says a lot.
It says a lot. Well, it says enough to give him props that he made movies.
Yeah, so
He made something.
he made something. That we'll give him that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. The film, it failed on executing anything.
Anything the first one did, and I feel like
Pretty much.
since there's no connection to the first film, and that there's really no character motivations or arcs
There's none.
throughout the whole film. Like even like the first like 30
Yeah.
minutes where like the family are just like lackluster in dialogue and just like anything in general that has like anything a real family would be. Like they lack everything when it comes to storytelling or writing. And it's just like the writers and directors were trying to stretch the runtime to get the family where they needed to be. And
Everyone is where they need to be. No questions asked. Don't ask how they got there. Why they got there. They're just there to be there. That's pretty much it.
Like I said before, like I said, like the film felt very like Carpenter-esque,
Yeah.
but not in a good way. Like
Not in
it
a
was
good
just trying to cash in on that 80s craze that was going on in 2018, like
Yeah.
with Stranger Things and It and all those type of shows and movies that were coming out at the time. And I felt like the score in this movie, like it feels like very Carpenter-esque, but I feel like it's not good at all, and it's only like one song throughout the entire film, and honestly it pissed me off because it started to get annoying over time.
Yeah.
And
Listening to the same score, and there's no problem with having a single score in your movie. Just look at Halloween.
oh yeah, for sure.
The Halloween score is pretty much just stretched all along the movie, but it's so iconic and it's perfect for who Michael Myers is that it goes with it. And this one is the score is just there. Everything is just there. That's pretty much how we see the movie.
It's lazy, and I don't like that in like big time horror films like this. I mean, you had 10 years. 10 years.
From
The first one came out in 2008, and this one came out in 2018. They had 10 years to figure what they were going to do, but instead, they just wasted time, really. And back in 2018, when I went to go see this with my parents, I enjoyed the film, but ever since then, I haven't really rewatched it since. So coming back to it, it kind of like didn't age well at all. And like, so like, seeing it now, it's just totally different. Like I said, like, the first 30 minutes of the film is just boring, really. Because like,
there's nothing happening.
Even
there
when,
really isn't. Even when you think something's happening, there's nothing happening.
Even when it reaches the first like thing, which is Dollface knocking on the door, like it felt super unnatural, and like it was ADR because like I was watching the film in the dark, and like you see her lips and her face, and they don't move when she's saying the line. It's just lazy, dude. Like,
so the way the killers get there, which let me retract real quick. I don't want to like interrupt you. So they go and kill the family, the old man, old lady.
I believe it's the uncle and aunt who own the
trailer park.
Yes.
Which, by the way, vacationing to a trailer park.
A vacant trailer park. Nobody's there.
There's nobody there. Yeah.
Nobody there.
So they go to the front door and they.
What are they doing there?
First of all, it's closed.
Oh yeah.
The where to go check in. It's closed.
But it's open though. The door's open.
The door's open, but the lights are off. There's nobody saying, "Hey, come in." There's nothing inviting you in. So pretty much, this lady breaks into this little building here, even if it's her family's. She's breaking and entering.
Yeah.
And who's to say that there was even like anyone who's working there? Because the killers, they put a note right inside. They could have put it outside the door. that would have been the perfect place to put a note
For sure, like
to let somebody know that, hey, go to this trailer, go here.
that too. Like 10 years later, and the killers are just there at a trailer park. Like
It doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make any
Like I said
sense.
before, everyone is where they need to be, no matter what or how they got there.
For sure.
They're just there. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen because script. That's pretty much it. Plot wants you here, so you go there.
If there's a script, I feel like
If there's a plot.
they were just doing the old tactics, like
They're doing.
cliches of just like
They're pulling it till dawn.
the final, yeah. Yeah, you're right,
They are pulling. Yeah.
dude.
They pulled what some would say a lazy excuse to make your characters die. That's pretty much it. The characters didn't even die.
Yes, they did. They were really dumb.
People died because they had to.
That's a major flaw of this movie, is that the characters were really dumb, dude. They have like a gun or something that could possibly end the film, like a vehicle or gun or something, and they just choose for whatever reason not to use them, and they end up either losing them or
Or they just don't use
they
it.
just don't use them.
Or they forget about it.
Yeah,
there's,
like
there's probably a point where like mid movie to the end where they forget they have a handgun.
yeah.
They have a handgun.
Dude, they have an open opportunity, like the scene like whenever Dollface comes out from underneath the bed, and the brother comes crashing in with the gun pointed at her head, bro. While even the sister's like, shoot her, and he's just like he doesn't do it, and then he's just like, run, no, the last thing you want to do is run.
The last
Like,
thing you want to do is run.
dude, like that shit was so stupid. Like, it took me 3 nights to watch this movie as a whole, and once that scene came on, I was like, oh my god. So I shut it off and I went to sleep, and I took my notes and then went to bed, and then the next day I picked it up again. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as the previous night, but
I don't know, it was as bad.
Probably,
it was.
but
It
yeah.
really. I know. Don't sugarcoat it, man.
yeah, you're right. But
So, getting to that, like how dumb the characters are. The son and daughter go. Okay, so let me set this up. The dad takes the phones, right?
yeah,
Gathers everyone's phones, whatever. He sends the son out looking for the daughter without a what? Without a phone.
without anything.
They find 2 dead bodies. The first thing they think. What's the first thing you think when you see 2 dead bodies?
Dude, I know where you're going with this.
Call the police.
Call the police.
What do? Dad, come here, look at these 2 dead bodies. The dad, great idea, don't call the police.
They split up.
They split up. And the
Yeah.
dad goes look at the dead bodies. For what reason? Because he's an idiot. And the script wants him to go look at 2 dead bodies.
Even the son's like, it's not even a joke. Like, it's not even a joke. It's not funny. But the dad's like, I gotta see this shit. Like, you don't need to see it, bro. You don't. Just call the police. Like,
it's people that you know.
and there's no like evidence in the film that show like the son's like a dick.
Yeah, there's not.
Why would
He's
he
actually he's pretty much.
He's a good kid.
He's a good brother.
Why would he believe? Like, why would he not believe?
You know who's not a good character? Pretty much everybody.
Yeah, everybody. But like,
Pretty much even the killers. And I hate to say it, but these are like once in a lifetime characters. The killers are like once in a blue moon.
lacks the suspension and lacks the tension as of the first film. This one's a lot more faster, and the killers seem more like super villains and actual like people like they
heroes.
did in the first
Not
film.
heroes.
Super villains.
Powered.
They teleport.
They're afraid of
Like-
Jason Voorhees. And Jason Voorhees, he has an excuse. He's badass.
Let's use that one scene where the girl's in the tunnel, and then you see the man in the mask pull up with the truck,
Yeah.
and the girl's frightened by the other girl that has the mask, which is ADR rowdy.
Yep.
The audio cuts in and out, like loud to like normal, which is so obvious. But I feel like that alone was ruined by the trailer.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when it came
and
out.
it's in the trailer. I remember it too being in the trailer.
I remember it being in the trailer, and I remember seeing in the film. I'm like, damn, they really spoiled a good scare. Well, that was tolerable at least. But it's going back to the man in the mask. He pulls up with the truck, the lights, and then it cuts to the brother and the dad, who's injured, and the man in the mask is there, like, but without the truck.
And
just
the distance between the truck and what was going on with the son and the dad was pretty much like, that's like a 10-minute walk.
Like,
because these guys are driving everywhere.
so did he like park somewhere? Or
And you know
like,
what? They never utilize a vehicle to escape.
Yeah, and it never worked if they
The
tried.
first thing you do when you see 2 dead bodies in a trailer that are your family is you get back in your car and you leave. And then you call 911. And then you let the authorities...
Or at least give a reaction.
Give a reaction.
He looks at them and he's just like, oh, they're dead?
Oh,
like,
no. So I have here, character development and performances. You already know what I'm going to say. It's shit.
it's shit.
The characters in The Strangers Prey at Night are disappointingly shallow and underdeveloped. And that's all you need to say. That's pretty much the characters. They have no development. I can't even say development with these characters. Like, I don't even remember the names. That's how forgettable they are.
It had no connection to the first film. It felt very throwaway, like a straight to DVD movie, like Leprechaun in the Hood. Like, oh my god.
Oh, their names are right here and I wrote them down. Mike, Cindy, Kinsey, and Luke.
Skywalker.
Lack the depth needed to genuinely connect with the audience. Dude, there's no connection. There's no connection between the families, is to be honest.
Let's get into the first 2 deaths. The mom.
Shut the fuck up.
So stupid, dude. They had a knife. Well, first of all their phones are piled on the counter, broken.
Right there.
And then they're like,
Oh no, what happened?
if we had our phones on us, like,
Because the fucking dad. You know for a fact that daughter, she's a fucking teenager. She wouldn't give her phone up.
oh, for
Even
sure.
if her dad asked, she's like, oh, I left it at home. I left it in the car. The dad would be dumb enough. They would be driving. The dad would look at the rear view mirror, see the daughter on the phone, and then believe her when she says, I left it at home. That's how stupid these characters are.
They go into the restroom, and Dollface has superpower strength, and she punches the
Pushes
fucking
right
door.
through the door.
Dude, you see her?
Destroys
She's
the
small.
fucking door, dude.
She's small. And
I
she's
think I can
kicking
take
it
her.
down. She's fucking Michael Myers or some shit.
I can take her, dude.
And then the mom's like, go, run. And then she just lets Dollface murder her.
She sits there and takes it.
She takes it and gets stabbed on the side, and then you just see a bunch of CGI blood just fucking squirt out of her.
Don't even say blood, because it doesn't deserve.
Dude, it like,
It's just computer.
it's a computer-generated blood.
Computer-generated liquids coming out of this woman's side.
And they burst. They like to spew.
balloons. Like, you know what I think? They had like a water bottle, and they squeezed it. Somebody behind them in a green screen suit just squeezed the water bottle on them, and like all the liquids came out, and they had to like crop them out. They realized that it looks like shit, so they used CGI. That's what I think happened. I think they realized that this movie was so bad that they tried fixing it with CG, but they couldn't do it.
Not even that helped it. And I think, like, going back to like the parents' deaths, I think the father's death was also stupid. He could have used his hands at least to fight off the killer, but he's pinned by this thing. I guess some board or tree or something pins him to the seat.
I think it was like a big piece of wood or something. I think it was like a 2x4 maybe.
He's pinned by this piece of wood, and he's using his hands to like get it off of him.
Yeah.
And he's very well like conscious. And then the killer gets into the car. And the killer
He
pulls up.
sits next to him.
He sits next to him, turns on the radio, and what does he bring out?
A fucking screwdriver.
A goddamn
A
screwdriver.
fucking screwdriver.
I bet the writers were like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
not a gun, not a, oh no, that's what Michael Myers.
What's one thing you would never expect somebody to kill somebody with?
Oh, a screwdriver.
A screwdriver. Do that. There you go.
Dude, oh my god.
The killer sits down in the car, turns the radio on, and pulls out a screwdriver and just stabs him.
And just like the first one, I saw the unrated version of this
shit.
one, and it is still disappointing. This one only has just enhanced CGI blood in the
What did you just say?
whack deaths.
Enhanced?
I haven't seen the theatrical version since I was at the movies, so I don't know how it looks, but I know that they just freaking added more CGI blood.
Transformers 2002 built robots that transform into cars. This movie could not make blood come out of a human being's body realistically. They made a 28-foot robot look
What's the
realistic.
budget for the film, dude? Like,
What is it? Pick it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now. The budget was
We're gonna leave this in too because we want everybody to know how shitty this is.
The
How
budget-
This movie is.
$5 million. Guess how much
No
it made?
way.
Guess how much it made?
300 million.
It made 32.1 million.
I was being generous, dude. I was being overly generous. Holy shit.
I'm honestly shocked because the screenplay was by Brian Bertino. Did you know that?
Tarantino.
The director of the first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
He was.
He's, but I mean, I guess that has to play with like the directing too, because I mean the directing in this one was not good at all.
Who directed this one? Johannes Roberts, right? That's what I have right here.
Like I said, 47 Years Down in Raccoon City. Not the best, but I mean, he's doing it. He's making his way in
Oh
Hollywood.
my gosh.
You go.
Dude, you fucking fly, man. Make your way into Hollywood. Just make a bunch of lackluster movies and people think you're good.
Yeah.
Like Steven Spielberg.
I mean, he's getting paid. It's $1 million.
Oh, yeah, how
I doubt
much
he
he
cares.
You probably made a buttload.
Buttload, but
Yeah, dude. Not a shitload, because the movie wasn't that good.
So
Man, dude, this movie is just. You know, I watched it 3 times.
you watched it 3 times.
I watched it 3 times.
Oh my God, Steven.
In the span of 3 days. I watched it every single day. 3 days straight. And I thought to myself, like, what happened the last time I watched it? Am I watching a totally different movie?
Dude, I watched it one time and I called it a quits. I was like, all
Are
right,
you
I got that out of the way. Yeah, I mean it was only an hour and a half long. I was like, there's not much to deep dive here. The movie's not good,
Let me
despite how much I used to love it. But like, I mean, it just didn't age well over time. But
Let's say, I watched it 3 times. First time I watched it, second time I watched it, and third time, there was only one thing that really stood out to me that I really remembered was a pool scene.
the pool scene is the best scene in the film.
It's the best scene in the film. And you know what? I'd go as far as saying that it's the best scene in both films. Behind the scene where, what's her name? The wife in the first one, the
In the kitchen.
the mask guy, whatever, is walking around. Scarecrow from Batman.
I agree with that. Even the directing in the pool scene was good. Like that first shot where it's like, where it's wide and like I think it's her name's Pin Girl.
Pin-up
Girl.
Yeah.
She comes running and the camera just like crash zooms.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope.
That was very cool.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then that's when the guy, the brother turns around
Oh,
and socks
you
her
know
in the face.
I know what you're talking. Yes.
The crash,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that shot I thought was pretty dope. And of course, my favorite shot in the entire movie was when they're wrestling with the knife underwater, and the brother comes up from underneath the water, from below the water, and then
Yeah.
the man in the mask chases him with the knife,
From behind him, dude.
and then it cuts right before he
That's-
stabs him. That shot was freaking
awesome.
dope as fuck. Like that shit.
And
was-
he survived. Somehow.
And yeah, he survived.
And then
Dude, you don't survive that.
You don't survive like 3 stabs to your
There
freaking
was-
back, your vital organs. I don't think that
You
happens.
saw the amount of blood that was in the pool, dude. Like
You've seen Grown Ups too.
Yeah.
When Shaquille O'Neal goes in the water, and he's like, "I'm just enjoying the water," and this big giant blue puddle covers the pool.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looked like. That's what it reminded me of. But somehow he survived. And like I said earlier, the script doesn't give you reasons why. They just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. They just do it. Things happen because the script wants it to happen. Don't ask why.
Dude, one thing I want to talk about, and this is gonna be hilarious, is that scene after she kills Dollface and
I totally forgot they died. Yeah, I totally forgot the fucking the killers in their own movie died.
The man in the mess is like, fuck it, I'm just gonna crash into her my truck. And he keeps crashing into her, and then the truck gets caught. It gets caught, and he's just like he's just looking at her, dude. You're about to fucking explode. Get the fuck out. And then she throws a lighter, and he explodes, right?
And he survives.
starts drifting.
I don't even remember that, dude.
He drifts. He's driving, and then that's when he gets out, and he's like no shit, like he falls to the floor all burnt up.
Yeah, he comes out, he starts walking. You think he's gonna go up there and start stabbing her, but he falls over.
But following that
is a lackluster ending.
A lackluster ending, but before the ending itself, there's a scene before that it doesn't look like it's coming off as a homage. It just comes off as a complete ripoff.
Which one is this?
When the girl, the sister, she escapes in a truck.
Okay.
And is yelling and
the end of Halloween with what's it? Halloween Kills?
That and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The original
OG.
one. The original one. I don't know if it was trying to be a homage. It just comes off as a complete ripoff.
The fact that you compared
Not me.
Strangers Pray at Night
Not me.
to one of the greatest films, not horror films.
Not
films
me. It looks like that's what they were trying to do. After a completely dumpster fire of a film, they really try to be like, I think this will work, but no, it just doesn't. It doesn't. And they thought that we wouldn't notice.
Oh my gosh. This movie's not scary at all.
It's not. It's not. It totally misses that atmospheric tone of like the first
one.
Yes.
And you can tell they tried doing something with it. Like what you said earlier, when she goes to the door and she's knocking and asks for Brian or
Timmy?
I don't know, dude.
Tammy. But I don't know her name.
Fucking Anakin Skywalker. She can ask for whoever the hell she wants, dude. She's not believing. She's not like. Nobody's believing her.
Even the ending scene was so like, what
Wasn't
the hell?
that in the hospital? Or was that the first one?
It was the hospital, yeah.
When somebody knocks on the door.
Knocks, and then she drops the water.
And then she's like, is Obi-Wan Kenobi there?
Dude, I get it. If this movie was a short film, like on YouTube, I think it would be like C tier.
C tier?
C tier, yeah.
C tier?
I don't think the film's that bad.
It's bad.
It's bad, but I don't think it's like Jeepers Creepers Reborn bad. But
You haven't seen it. I don't watch Jeepers Creepers.
But
and if you know why, you know why.
But yeah, I guess she has suffered PTSD or something. But I mean,
Stop.
I guess that's what they're going for.
How does Dollface die?
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
The shotgun.
She sits there.
Oh, dude. And
While this guy takes his sweet ass time to pull out a shotgun. Or who was it? The girl?
The girl.
Cocks a shotgun. And she's still sitting there.
Not even, dude. I feel
I'll
like
roll out of the way, jumped over the car, fucking sprinted my ass across the damn lot. Because this girl doesn't know how to shoot a shotgun. She's lucky she even shot her from that position.
I'm surprised she even survived the first shotgun blast.
Oh heck yeah, dude!
Her small, like it would have took out her whole body.
Her torso would have been in the car, and her upper body would have been, or her lower body, whatever, would have been outside the car. She would have been in 2. Hell, she would have been in 3 if she shot her twice.
Nah, but she was still talking.
She was still talking, dude. That's determination. Why are you doing this?
Why not?
What did she say?
She says, "Why not? Why not?"
The other one dies because the man in the mask dies. He gets burnt and shit. Ran over.
He kills himself.
He dies.
He kills himself. He's a fucking idiot, dude.
There, that's his story. That's what I have to say. He's an idiot.
That's his arc.
How did the pinup girl die?
Pulsing. where he gets a knife from her and he stabs her.
stabbing her, like, fucking, dude. How did...
We waited 10 years for that scene.
Dude, I didn't wait 10 years.
I waited 10 years.
I forgot this movie came out until
When I heard the
you
rumors,
started mentioning it at school.
dude, when I heard the rumors of this film, I was on it, dude. I was keeping up with this movie.
Shut up.
I love the first one. I really enjoyed the first
Oh
one.
yeah, everyone.
And when
did.
this one was announced, I was like, oh, I can't wait to watch it.
Dude, the first one's a modern cult classic.
It could have been my
This
expectations at the time when I was watching it. My expectations were like through the roof.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to love it, but over time it just like, boop boop boop, like just going
Just
down.
losing. I watched it the first time and I thought to myself, you know what, it's bad, but it's
Yeah.
watchable.
Yeah.
I can sit here, I'll watch it. You know, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll watch it again.
But if you're actually sitting down and analyzing it, there's a lot of like
Yeah.
head scratching moments.
You'll scratch your head.
But like,
Scratch your head, dude. I was shredding through my scalp. You wouldn't even freaking believe it.
I think that most of it has to do with how stupid the characters are. I think that's what really the directing, and like the characters are just stupid, dude.
What
Like,
I think is most of it has to do with how, like, disconnected the characters are to their own story. How the one thing's happening to them, but the reactions to what's happening to them is totally different.
yeah.
The mom's getting stabbed and she's not screaming. She's not making any like, oh my god, I'm dying. The dad when his death scene, you don't feel like he's dying because the reaction isn't.
Nor do you care because you haven't really spent much time with these characters.
The
And
characters,
they don't have any traits that make them likable.
fucking, oh my gosh, man, it's terrible.
Like,
I feel
feels bad.
more for R2D2, a robot that doesn't speak a lick of English or anything, than I do for these fucking characters.
No.
'Cause they're written like
it's first draft.
they're secondary characters in their own story. The
It's
killers are written like secondary characters in their own story. There's no main character in the story. There really isn't.
There really
There's no
isn't.
protagonist.
No.
There's antagonists, obviously, one's going after the other, but
It's just idiots chasing
it's
idiots.
just, I was going to say something else, but I don't think that word's appropriate to say.
What would you rate it?
Stars like last time?
Out of 5 stars, you could go 1.5, 2.5, 3.5.
Yeah, I rated the first one 2.9. This one I gave right here.
So like a 1.5.
I gave this
less
one
than-
half a star because I was
star?
being generous.
I'll go with 2 stars.
2?
2? That's below average
Let
for
me
me.
let me ask you a question.
That's below average for me.
Throughout the whole movie, besides the pool scene,
Like I said, everything after the pool scene I'm fine with. Even though there is some qualities that are stupid, like the ending scene and the truck scene. Before that, even like I thought the her throwing her lighter, I thought that was pretty cool. Like they actually blew up the truck, and then
it was all on the bridge and everything. They blew
Yeah,
up the bridge and shit. Yeah.
all that is directed really nice. I love the song they chose. Like it's like he has it in tune with the radio. So I thought that was all pretty cool. Like that's something I would put in a horror film I directed, but like not around a shitty script. Like, but like other than that, what were you gonna say?
I'm sticking with my half star, dude. I'm sticking with my half star.
Yeah.
If anyone ever rates this movie, I'm telling you, ever rates this movie more than 3 stars,
No.
you don't like film. Well,
no.
that's my opinion. Don't go around saying that I'm like,
You're gonna get canceled, dude. Nah.
yeah, I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Can't cancel us at us.
Honestly, I'm sticking with half star.
Half star.
Half star. That'll be my review. That's my review. And yours what? 3 stars you said?
2.
2 stars?
2 stars.
Sticking with 2 stars?
What could have been better, in my opinion, with some pretty good moments, but not much to offer because it lacks all the qualities a good film should have.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But I mean, I heard they're also remaking the franchise.
They're what?
I heard there's rumors of them rebooting the franchise as a whole and starting clean slate, something new.
Shit.
But let's see. Maybe.
So what I would do, I'll break it down. What I would do is I'll make a prequel movie, so like an origin story on why they're doing it, and let me see, how they meet. That's pretty much what I need. Make that, put in the first movie, make a third movie between they're traveling from that first kill. Let's make the first movie their first time killing people.
Mm-hmm.
And then a third movie where, let me see. Yeah, third movie where they kill people, whatever. Make another lackluster movie. And then they drive, and then there's like a sign or whatever that tells you, oh, you're heading this direction, and that'll lead into the third movie or the fourth one where they meet the idiots in the parking, whatever.
There you go. You just planned the whole franchise.
Just planned it.
10
seconds. Planned a shitty franchise that'll make you millions.
And it's already better than the second movie.
There's 2 of them made.
That's crazy.
And if you want, you can. I don't know, like how they do with Scream.
Do what you want.
Just kill everybody. It was a Cabin in the Woods where they destroy the world or some shit.
With all those creatures and stuff,
yeah,
right?
that was badass. Now that movie deserves a sequel.
It also deserves a review.
That's not that.
No. All right. Well,
after your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I guess. I can't wait. So, I think this is it. This is the conclusion. I'm gonna wrap it up for you. You ready? You wanna have?
Just say it, Steven. Just get on with the show.
Wanna hear it? Conclusion: The Strangers Prey at Night is a disappointing and underwhelming sequel to, the original that fails to capture the essence of what made the original film so terrifying, lacking an engaging plot, memorable characters, and genuine suspense. This follow-up falls flat in almost every aspect. It's a missed opportunity to build upon the intriguing premise set forth by the predecessor and leaves viewers with a sense of dissatisfaction. Fans of the original film may find themselves let down by The Strangers Prey at Night and its lackluster execution.
It's a stupid ass name too. Prey at
This
Night.
movie was half a star at best. At best. Dude, that was it. That was the Strangers Prey at Night review, and we will see y'all. What movie's next?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. I love Kill Bill. Dude, I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to
Next
talk about
week,
that.
dude.